Okay, so the prompt for this particular project is that the students will be creating a design using the state of Kentucky state contour, and it will be for a design for a t-shirt that will show the pride that they feel in about Kentucky. So, supply list. You need watercolors, a black marker. This one is a fine, and you probably need some ultra fine as well. You need an assortment of paintbrushes. You need a pencil and some erasers. I'm providing the templates, bowls for water, and what else? Paper toweling. Okay, and then we're using mixed media paper. I believe that we have some 9x12 paper. If not, let me know, and I will make sure that you have some for Friday. Okay, so let me sit down here, and the first thing that you want the students to do is to take their pencil and the template and trace all around it. I've already done that just to save some time. And then you want to tell them to use a black marker. Now I'm using the thicker black marker because this is a t-shirt design, so it needs to be bold and stand out. And so they're just going to trace over that. Obviously you want their paper to be landscape rather than portrait. I'm going to switch. This one doesn't look like it's got much juice in it. Okay, so I'm just going to do a sample design here. You can encourage them to, express themselves however they want, what they feel about the state of Kentucky. And we're assuming that they have some positive feelings about it. And it can also, hi Tuxie, it can also reflect some of the heritage that they have brought to Kentucky. I think that would be good to incorporate that. So when I have worked with students from this community, they like to, whether they're elementary or middle school, or I don't think I've had experience with this community, high schoolers, but many of them are from Mexico, and they like to use the colors of the Mexican flag, which is red, white, and green. So what I've decided to do with mine, and again, tell them to keep it, it's a simple sort of design because it's going to be on a t-shirt. I mean, that's the hypothetical, right? So you wet your brush, have your have your paper toweling here, and then choose the color of red that you want. I think this is probably the, hi Boodle, this is probably the, I know, are you cheering me on? Okay, so we're going to do red, white, and green. Okay, so red, white, and green. So make sure that you encourage them that we want bold colors, so they want to really load their brush up. And then they're just going to take, and I'm using a medium brush, they can use a smaller brush if they want, but just have them go on the outskirts. Go around, because Kentucky has a lot of, the state contour has a lot of curves in it. So you don't want it to be, the paint to be too soupy because it will become a light red. So I'm going to, let's see, kind of divide my space visually. And so I'm going to do a line straight down. And then fill in the rest. It won't take the watercolors too long to dry unless they are using too much water and it's soupy. So another reason to encourage them to find that balance between just enough. You don't want it to be dry brushed like that, so you want to add a little more water, or encourage them to add a little more water. Okay, then they need to clean out their brush, and we're going to go with it's kind of a dark green. Trying to see if I've got something. I think this one will work. Again, you want vibrant color. I'm going to put the line down here. A little more water on this than I want, so I'm going to go back and go over it again so I can get that intense color again. Have them paint with the curves instead of against it, and then they can fill in. Kind of go over the lighter spots, make sure you've got all the white. And there you have it. So we've got our Mexican flag colors. And then what I wanted to do is to have some sort of font back down here. Now, doing fonts, it's not necessarily my forte. Let me get my other size of markers here. Okay, so I was looking online and I saw this Kentucky design that had this quote on it, which I thought was kind of cool, which is "Where my story begins." So credit to the artist on Etsy, or whoever did it. It didn't have a name. You can have them, you know, they can spell Kentucky up here if they want to do that. And then a quote down here. They can do the state flower, which is goldenrod. They can do the state bird, which is a cardinal, red cardinal, male cardinal, I guess. So where my story begins. I'll use that. So they can create their own quote if they want there. Now, if they want to do some watercolor around this, they can do that. So I want, you know, this is the basic layout, and then my hope is that they will put their own touch on it. So, all right, have fun.